Welcome to day one of your 5-day mini retreats. These classes are 10 minutes long, and that's what they're meant to do, is give you kind of that 10-minute reset to your day. They're not very long, so the idea is so that you get onto your mat, you practice, you consistently create that breath, and at the end of the day, you just create more vitality and health. I hope you enjoy. Alright, to begin, let's start onto our hands and knees. Let's organize the body here. Stacking your hips over your knees, stack your shoulders over your wrists, and spread your fingers nice and wide. Now you can see naturally we probably drop through the belly and arch through the back. So let's just start to fill the back up. Push the mat away from you and start to deepen your breath in and out through the nose. And just become really present here. So maybe close your eyes for a few breaths. Really feel your hands down to the mat. Feel the tops of the feet pressing down. One more breath here. Beautiful. Let's open our eyes and start to bring a little movement into the body. We're going to start to take little circles here, shifting forward into the wrists and then back into the hips and the knees. So just choosing one way, it doesn't matter which way. We're going to take a few here, move at your own pace, your own speed. And again, just make sure that that breath is consistent. Okay, let's pause when we return back into a neutral spine and switch directions. So the idea here with these first few postures is just become really present and comfortable in the body. So notice what you're showing up with on your mat. Watch where you need to shift your energy and set your intention. Okay, let's come back into a neutral spine. Now we're going to move from front to back. So let's shift our weight forward, coming past our wrists, and then shift back into a gentle child's posture. Good. Inhale, we shift forward. Exhale back. Let's do two more. Move with your breath, move with your pace. Starting to engage to the core, warming up the body, warm up the shoulders, the wrists. Good. Let's return back to neutral spine. Let's tuck our toes and shift back into downward facing dog. So do a quick check-in. The feet should be hip width distance apart, the hands should be shoulder width apart. Press strongly down through the hands, and if you need more space, bend your knees slightly here. Good. Now let's shift forward into high plank. Wave forward through the spine. Drop the pelvis, moving to upward facing dog and tuck your toes. Good. Shift back, downward facing dog. Good, same movement. Roll forward, come into high plank. Drop the pelvis, untuck your toes, press through the tops of the feet, and downward facing dog. Good, let's do two more. Inhale forward, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Last one, starting to warm up. Watch how the body's responding to the movement. And exhale, downward facing dog. Okay. Inhale, let's lift our right leg up towards the ceiling. Let's shift forward into high plank and bring your right knee with you, tapping your right elbow, and shift back, downward facing dog. Good, again, forward, and back. And last one, shift forward, and back. Good, step your right foot in between your hands. Let's rise up into our high lunge here. Okay, so that front knee stacked directly over your ankle. The back leg is strong and engaged. Lift through the arms, keep lengthening here. Take a big inhale. With your exhale, send your left arm forward, right arm back. Good, inhale back up through center. Switch sides, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale through center, one more each side. Left arm forward, right arm back, bring your gaze back. Good, and last one. Good, inhale back up through center. Let's bring our hands down to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Good, so switching sides. Inhale, let's rock forward. Bring your left knee with you, tap your left elbow. Shift back, three-legged downward facing dog. Good, let's do two more. Shift forward. And back, use your breath, and shift forward, and back. Good, this time, bring your left foot with you. Let's rise up into our high lunge. Beautiful. So take a breath here just to reset, slow down. Good, now let's send our right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale through center, and switch sides. Good, inhale through center, right forward, left arm back, beautiful. Inhale through center, and switch sides. Good, let's do one more each side. Most important thing, I don't care if you wobble, if you tip out, is that your breath is consistent. Good, inhale through center, let's return our hands down to the mat, step back, high plank. Let's lower, you can always drop your knees if you need to, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, bring your right toes up towards the ceiling. Step your right foot to the outer edge of your right hand. Bring your left foot with you. Coming into our low squat. Sink as low as you can here. Eventually you want your heels onto the mat. If they're not, you're going to be more in this position, which is fine. Okay. So 5 mini squats here. Inhale, let's lift our seat. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. Lower this time. Inhale, let's stand all the way. Reach to the elbows, lengthen out of the body, and exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, no jump or step back into high plank. Let's lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bring our gaze forward. Let's jump all the way through onto our seat. Beautiful. Let's tap our toes down lightly onto the mat. Knees up towards the ceiling. Let's reach through the arms and sit up nice and tall here. Okay. Now a few options. You can keep your toes onto the mat. Bring your hands together and we're going to start to shift. Drop your hands to the outer edge of your left mat. Inhale up through center and keep switching sides. So move with your breath. If you want to add on, make it a little more intense, you lift your toes. Good. So try not to drop into the lower back. Keep reaching through the upper spine here. Reset if you need to. We're here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Reach through center, and then let's come down and hover. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. Inhale back up through center. Wrap your arms around. Drop through the neck. Take a huge breath in here. Out through the mouth. Okay. Let's drop the knees up to the side. Coming into our butterfly. Soles of the feet together. You can grab onto your ankles or your feet. Press down with your knees. Drop your gaze. And just soften here. So tons of breath. You want your inhales to be pushing your belly out. So send your inhales all the way down into the belly. And exhales ground us back down into that center point around the belly button. So find your rhythm, find your pace. Good, inhale, let's sit up nice and tall. Straighten the legs, and let's take a quick forward fold here. So how steady can you become in the breath? How quickly can you become really comfortable in your own skin? So dropping into all the sensations that are coming up. The intensities, the softness, whatever is coming up, just see how you can relate to it. Okay, let's roll up through the spine. Let's come to lay flat onto our back. And we're gonna work 3 back bends. So I'm gonna walk you through the stages and I want you to find where is best for you. We're gonna move quite quickly and keep shifting and moving with the breath. So hands by your side, knees up towards the ceiling. You should be able to raise your heels with your fingertips. Good, plant strongly through the feet and inhale your pelvis up. Good, you can work here or you're placing your hands on your lower back. Maybe you're placing your hands beside your ears. Push your arms to the crown of the head possibly, or possibly working into your full wheel. Good, for 3, 2, 1, let's come all the way down or just onto the crown of your head. Take a breath here, and then let's come back up for 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down around the crown of the head. Remember any of the stages that we went through are 5. And inhale, let's come back up. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Drop back down onto our back. Let's draw our knees into our chest. Keep dropping your tailbone back onto the mat, so you have a long spine connected all the way through. Tailbone through the crown of the head. or back of the head. Good, let's bring our arms nice and wide. Knees are still into the chest, and we're just gonna start to move from side to side. So take an inhale through center, and with your exhale, drop both knees over to the right and hover above the ground. Good, draw your knees back up through center, and then over to the left, hover. Back up through center, over to the right. Back up to center, over to the left. Good, let's do one more each side. Over to the right. Make sure the breath is occupying the entire posture. Let's draw back up through center. Arms come back by your side. Inhale your legs up towards the sky, and then let's come up and over for Halasana. So toes drop behind your head, hands onto the lower back, long through the back of the neck. So 2 deep breaths here. Beautiful, and then slowly start to unwind through the spine. Let's lay flat onto the back. Bring your hands onto your belly, and we're going to take 5 rounds of our deep belly breath. So with your inhale, you want your hands to be pushing up towards the sky or the ceiling. So inhale, our belly draws up, and exhale, draw your belly button back towards the spine. Beautiful. Let's do 4 more. With every breath, we drop a little deeper into the body. Good, 3 more. Last 2. See with every breath if you can have a little more extension through the belly, and last 1. Good, let's relax, bring your knees into your chest, and let's rock ourselves back up onto our seat. Let's come to sit at the top of our mat, finding your comfortable seat. Arms onto your knees, tall spine. Let's take a couple deep breaths here. And as you're taking these breaths, just become extremely still, really quiet. So refuse the urge to move. And with every breath, you want to expand a little bit beyond the physical body. So expanding and feeling the light, filling up the entire room with your energy. And with every exhale, we ground ourselves back down. So this beautiful rebalancing of the system. Tapping into the energy, the vitality from our practice, and holding it steady in the body. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. With your last one, very gently open your eyes, coming back into the space just there in front of you. You are all done. Day 1. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste.